Many people say that music is a universal language. If that's the case, I would like to use music as a platform to talk about health. My name is Dr. Moshe Lewis, and I'm a full-time practicing physician who loves music and the way it affects our brains, our bodies, and our well-being. I would like to invite you to tune in where we interview musical artists about health matters that are important to them. But the truth is, we'll be discussing topics that affect all of us. From mental health to body image, cancer screening to stroke, our health is truly our greatest asset. So the goal is to open the dialogue on health to embrace topics that we don't always like to talk about in a way that's raw, candid, and lit. Hopefully these discussions will improve the health of our community. After all, your health matters to me, and if I can make it sound more beautiful, then that's something we should all listen to.
Music and medicine, when you hear those words, how do they speak to your heart?
Music and medicine, music is medicine. You feel me?
Sure. Tell us just a bit about, since you brought him up, Martin Lawrence, because there's such an amazing intersection, things like that, and just some of the interactions and maybe a fond memory.
Well, I'll tell you what, Martin is one of those guys. Sometimes you hear people talk about, like, when they see an artist or see a young athlete, they look at him and say, "Yep, he got it. You know, she got it." That's how we felt. You know, when we met Martin back in the days, and, you know, he was an aspiring comedian, he was hustling, came up out of DC. And, you know, at that time, we were very, very tight, super tight. So much so that, you know, we tried to incorporate him into a lot of the things that we were doing as he was on the rise, and, you know, our star had already kind of risen.
Right.
So we would bring him out on the road with us. We'd, you know, throw him in some inserts on the album. We would participate. We wanted him to blow, and, you know, which he did. I tell you, the funniest things and funniest times that we had were probably when I was a guest on his show, on the Martin Lawrence show, on Martin, which coincidentally I did the theme song for with another gentleman, friend of mine, Stephen Kitt. But yeah, he asked me to be on his first season on Fox. He said, "Yo, man, you can be on." I was like, "Yeah, sure. It's your first season. Sure. It's very important." Black sitcoms were very rare at the time. So we came up with the concept, myself, Martin, and Bentley Evans, who's now a super big time writer and producer. And we created the episode Forever Sheneneh, which became kind of a classic as far as the Martin episodes were concerned. Right. And it was just fun doing it. You know, he's dressed up like a woman, you know, he's grabbing my butt, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on, homie? You know what I mean? But once again, it turned into a classic episode. And, you know, I ran into him on a plane maybe about a month ago. And it was good to see him. And I know he recently just turned 60. So the fact that we're all here and you know, kind of doing our thing, it's great. So anytime I get to see him or hear what he's doing, it's wonderful.